Welcome back to our final Women's History Month episode, and we have talked all month long about the financial and social odds stacked up against women in the workplace. But hey, ladies, in my Destiny's Child voice, we still have untapped opportunity where we need to take ownership of the trajectory of our own career and compensation. We are not going to close the pay gap until we produce more tangible examples of women taking ownership of her confidence, salary, and her worth. Studies recommend top areas that women need to take more ownership of. The common ones being take extra stretch assignments, self-advocacy, impactful communication, get a mentor or a sponsor, build relationships, and network. While I agree with these, the one that resonated with me from an article in Work It Daily was stop making miracles. I didn't say don't perform or do what you naturally do, but I'm saying, ladies, let's stop performing miracles that we're not being compensated for. The key question she needs to ask herself during salary negotiation is, am I preparing to negotiate my current value or my future value? And as time progresses, will my performance interest rate depreciate or increase? I'm willing to bet that it will increase. Statistics show that she began shortchanging herself early in the process. According to the Harvard Business Review, men apply to jobs when they meet only 60% of the qualifications, while women are less likely to apply if they don't meet 100% of the qualifications. At the time of negotiating the offer, 70% of women are less likely to negotiate salary because they see it as a social cost, but are more likely to negotiate for others. That's another example of taking care, as Alicia discussed in Double Bind. The CNBC also reported that 72% of women choose not to negotiate pay, but move to a different company to get more money. So hey ladies, again in my same Destiny's Child voice, no more low price miracles. Let's start negotiating your future value so we can get ahead of these statistical curves that I just mentioned. There is a specific formula used in finance to calculate the future value of an investment. She can use this same formula to strategically apply to calculating her worth in negotiation. Let's talk about what these variables mean. P is for what is the pay range. Know what the job requires and how much it pays. This is the research that she has to do using that job description. When she commits in the interview that she's going to exceed expectations, but still lowers her number, she sells herself short. Stop selecting the bottom of the range for your miracles and begin calculating your future interests. R, what value do you bring to the table? Basically, this is your return rate. Negotiate the interest rate based on what you bring to the table today and how much that is going to be worth over its life cycle. Use a starting base of 100K in this example for easy calculation. But as you go through these variables, all of these should equate to at least a 1 percentage point. When you start flipping the pages of your brag notes, I am sure it is going to translate to larger percentages. Consider your previous track record of delivering results. You deliver projects early. You produce promotions, your previous ratings on performance reviews. Add up how many percentage points that's going to cost towards your base salary. What can you do outside the job descriptions? Calculate how many percentage points that costs. Your degree, how much is that going to cost? Median weekly earnings increased by $407 for a bachelor's degree and another $278 per week for an advanced degree. What percentage are you going to add for this? Certifications and upskilling activities that you've achieved. Know exactly how much more pay this should cost. And again, a baseline is 1%. You add to it based on the number of activities that you've done. When you add up all these points, you get your rate of return to negotiate and you add that to that 100K base salary. Then you have your N, which is that average time in role. In the interview, you are asking questions about the life cycle of the role. So you have the expected time period for your calculation. When she just accepts the 100K salary, she is likely to get a 3% increase per year if staying in the same role over the time period. If it's over 5 years, she's going to reach a salary of close to $116,000 after 5 years. So, hey ladies, are you planning to grow at a 3% rate over 5 years or more? Are you really going to hold back all those bossy skills when you start the job? Will all the degrees, certifications, and upskilling activities show itself as more valuable in the future, or will it stay the same? I bet that you have a more favorable response to these questions. So when it comes to your worth, remember this: yesterday's price is not today's price, and it is surely not tomorrow's price. So don't sell yourself short thinking that where you are today in your current is where you're going to be later. We end up giving a 10x greater return than what we're required to do, and we roll back our prices for those miracles. Let's stop paying our dues to get to the salary and take Alicia's challenge and apply pressure and demand what is due. So I'm challenging women to take ownership of her confidence, her salary, and most importantly, her well-being. So stop being low-price miracle workers.